Alright, y'all, welcome back to Come On Arms channel. Okay, so today we're checking out some older footage. So this is from 1991, which not that old in retrospect, kind of like. Alright, y'all, welcome back to Come On Arms channel. Okay, so today we're checking out some older footage. It might be a little bit older, at least for me, because I was only born in 1994. This is from 1991, specifically February of 1991, when some Royal Marines retook the UK embassy over in Kuwait. So it's titled Last Day of the Gulf War. So I'm interested to kind of see if any of y'all took part in this, because I know a lot of y'all have kind of told me stuff from like the Falklands War and from, other sort of operations in like the 80s and 90s that we've kind of checked out already. But I'm super interested to see if any of y'all took part in this particular operation where the Royal Marines were kind of like fast roping onto this embassy and retaking it, because the footage so far, kind of clicking through it, looks pretty freaking dope. Especially just like the introduction where they're fast roping onto the embassy is pretty freaking cool. So of course, if you guys did take part, definitely let me know. But this is gonna be cool, kind of like a little blast from the past, and maybe a little bit of a blast to the y'all's background if y'all actually did take part in something like this, or if you remember kind of seeing it on TV. But should be cool. Let's check it out. Such a vibe. I mean, just like the fast roping already is just a vibe, but like the old school camouflage, you got like the trees getting blown around. Looks like they got like special fast roping gloves as well. Oh wait, what the heck? Oh, they got like an actual like some static line just burned down as well. This is cool.
How does it feel to be back here tonight?
It feels absolutely tremendous to be back. Very exciting.
What is it?
Sweet.
That's very kind. I'll give them to the Marines. That's very kind. Thank you.
How would
What
you
a basket.
categorise the behaviour of the Iraqis
Like a-
in their last 3
I
days?
think
Feather
barbaric
basket?
is perhaps
Cool.
too weak a word, but that's the best I can do for the moment.
Okay.
Damn, this looks.
No. You stay.
Oh yeah, damn, this must be trippy for them, especially. I don't know if I imagine these guys kind of worked in the embassy before everything kind of kicked off, and then now that they're retaking it, they're kind of seeing what the aftermath is looking like. It'd be cool to kind of see some footage like right before everything happened of just kind of like normal operations, and then kind of cutting to this.
Thank you. No. You stay.
Holy cow. We're just like seeing like the embassy actually getting hit. I could not tell you what kind of helicopter that is. At all. Damn. Just the story from these guys' perspective would be so cool to hear. The pilots and the guys fast roping. Damn, quick deployment too. I don't know like how close to the edge of the wall they are, but it's making me nervous. But that is a very solid hover. Oh dude, they're so high up too. Yeah, that pilot, oh my god. They're crushing it. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a vibe. Yeah, so especially for any like crazy high-rise building like this, when you're talking about like CQB or just like general kind of urban combats, you always want to make sure you can kind of clear down, because clearing up is such a pain in the butt, especially, if you do need to employ like a grenade or something, you don't want to be throwing anything up, and just kind of fighting upwards is going to be much more of a struggle than fighting down. So if you can kind of just fast rope onto the roof, gain entry there, and then kind of fight your way down, that's definitely preferable, especially for a building like this. I don't know how many guys are going to fast rope onto this roof, but I'd imagine they're going to need a lot of guys anyway. That looks like a doozy. I would imagine, I don't know what the situation is looking like, if they actually had any potential threats. I would imagine at this point it seems pretty safe. I mean, you got like the news crew and stuff anyway. What rifle did he have? Looks like some of them had like M16s, but I couldn't really see that well. Oh, maybe not. At this point, did some people still have the FAL? I mean, I know that I was using the Falklands, but could not tell you when that thing was kind of kicked out for something else. Nice. You can tell they did some pretty solid rehearsals for that one. That was smooth. It's always like really cool to hear about this stuff, but also like having the footage to show it as it's happening, especially like with the embassy, kind of like the front gate or whatever. You just have like this. It's really cool that you kind of like document everything like that. And we're just going to see more and more of that in the future. These guys trying to celebrate, and the rotor downwash is just fucking them up. Nice. I wonder how many sticks they had, like how many chocks of dudes they had fast roping in. Oh, I thought that was a dude for a second. Just got wrapped up in something. I'm impressed by their hovers. Those are some, I mean, it looks like it's not totally windy before they showed up, but damn, look at the destruction around the... Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, I'm not sure what rifle they're using. It looks like an M16, but maybe it's just like some kind of similar British equivalent. Oh, with the frickin' Chinooks and stuff. Nice, the double fast rope. Oh, dude, you see that? I mean, generally, like, you get down as fast as possible anyway, but, like, this dude didn't look like he cleared the rope as fast as he wanted to. His buddy just dropped on him. What is going on with this? What's going on with the paint job here? I thought it was weird, but I thought it was kind of like grainy because it was just kind of far away. This thing looks like a toddler like scribbled all over it, which it looks cool. It looks like you just took a skin from like a video game and applied it to a helicopter though. I'm confused, but I'm also very intrigued. If you guys know kind of what that is, then definitely let me know. Oh my god, you saw that? You're just throwing stuff? Is that a ladder? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, okay, whoa. That dude went quick. Is that a dude? Okay, wait, is that a dude? He went quick, oh my god. I don't have many videos of me fast roping, but I rappelled one time a little too quick. And it didn't seem like it would hurt that much, especially with the rotor downwash, kind of like, you know, giving you the extra little push, like, and you have all that weight and stuff. Yeah, you don't want to be like going that fast on a fast rope. You want to be going fast enough. You know, they call it a fast rope, I guess, but you don't want to be like basically dropping. That dude, oh, I bet he felt that in his ankles the next day. But this is kind of cool. It's just cool seeing what equipment they're dropping for them as well and how they're lowering it. Oh, yeah, I mean, pretty solid deployments. These guys, look at they're wearing something a little bit different. Maybe like riot control stuff. Hard to see. I mean, that would make sense. For this kind of mission in the Marine Corps, you have the, oh, they're just going with the ropes? That's kind of sketchy. Generally, you drop the fast rope, so obviously it doesn't get like caught up, but maybe that was like some of the supply ropes and stuff. But is he playing a little flute or something? This is such a vibe. There's so much to comment on, but I'm not going to try and pause it too much. But in the Marine Corps, you have the Fleet's Anti-Terrorism Security Team, which is basically the guys that will go out and kind of reinforce embassies or help with like evacuations. And I think they're still headquartered out of Virginia, but they'll go and fly out to, you know, the different embassies to kind of support them. You have the Marine Security Guards, but they're not really like a contingency sort of force, you know, when it comes to like resecuring or kind of like bolstering an embassy. That's what the fast guys are for. So they'd be the ones doing this. I don't know if they fast rope so much though. I'd imagine they probably have access to that skill. And you might have seen some articles where the U.S. Marines were deployed just to like bolster an embassy or something. Like with Haiti and whatnot. You're kind of seeing that with the Canadian Special Forces. But seeing this, like the old school stuff, and they're not messing around, they're sending a lot of guys in. Cool. Seeing them get on the ground, or get on the roof, start pulling security. You can tell there's no like complacency here. The urgency is definitely there. Which, like, if you see these guys on the ground and stuff, it's pretty encouraging that there's not going to be a whole lot going on, but I mean, we are talking about the Royal Marines. They're not going to just be complacent or assume anything. Right. And I think it pretty much just goes this. And then I remember clicking through it. Oh yeah, here we go. I don't know if we're hearing gunshots here, but I don't know. I'm curious what's happening. Sounds like gunshots. Oh, what the heck? Are they just like holding a rope and then like fast roping guys down the wall? Interesting. It sounds like people are cheering, but it sounds like there's also just gunshots happening at the same time. Which is kind of a vibe if they're cheering the Marines and stuff, but also like, what's going on? That embassy, like, just the shape and size of it looks wild. I bet the inside is not much better. Probably a pain in the ass to clear out. Yeah, you'd think it'd just be like a quick deploy, clear out in like an hour, and then just kind of chill out, but yeah, this is going to be a pretty tedious, drawn-out process to like fully secure an embassy before you start allowing everybody to kind of move in. Oh, there's a good view though. Rifle. Okay, yeah. So it looks like an M16A2. The kit is such a vibe. The camouflage looks horrible, but it's definitely a vibe. This dude's got, oh, he's got the shoddy. That looks stressful if they don't have any flashlights in there. The sound of just like the M16 or just like any sort of like plastic metal rifle just slapping against your magazines and kit. It's so distinguishable.
Switch it off when you want.
Oh man. It's just so nice having like really nice modern flashlights that just like illuminate everything more than you need it to usually. But back then, like with flashlights, old mag lights and stuff. Oh, we got MP5? Huh. Okay, that's a vibe. Yo, MP5 in this situation would be perfect, man. I imagine that shotgun's probably just used for
What were the explosions
breaching.
we heard?
Is that one of those ladders that they rope down? That's definitely good thinking. Again, like this stuff just looks like so mundane, I guess, but it's so cool to just picture like me in the mindset of these guys. Or just something like, hey, let's move all of these guys onto this roof can become like, you know, kind of a 30-minute task. Trying to reorganize and move people around. Oh my gosh, and then this. Chinooks are such a vibe. Oh yeah, there's that crazy camouflage again. That's what I'm just gonna call it that. I assume that's what it's used for. It's cool seeing them like deploy the fast rope, get someone to like try and hold it down so it's not moving around as much, making it easier for the other guys to come down. This is all stuff you're taught like when you're taught how to lead fast rope operations, but also just do them. It's kind of cool to see them doing it back then as well. But flying away with the fast rope sounds stressful. Like those things are, I mean, they're super heavy. Like a 90, 100, 120 foot fast rope is a struggle to carry on your back to move it off of like the airfield or whatever. But yeah, they're like that thick. They're pretty thick, so I wouldn't want that kind of hitting or going anywhere near one of the rotor blades. So I don't know if that was just like more of a modern TTP, techniques, procedures, where you like push the fast rope out. Maybe because there was like some accidents, but it's weird seeing them fly away with the fast rope still kind of dangling there. All right, then we just got them pulling security, and I think it pretty much just goes into like interviews and stuff. Which, yeah, this is just, it's such cool footage. One of y'all sent this to me, and this was a pretty low key video, so I'm really glad this kind of came across my feed because this is just super interesting. Just like the history aspect, but it's also history that's like not that long ago, and it's kind of cool to see again how the tactics develop, the equipment changes slightly. Seeing weird things like that freaking Chinook camouflage, that's what I would never like have expected to see, I guess, or I just have a lot of questions about. There's just a lot of fascinating stuff. So I appreciate you guys sending this stuff my way as well. This is always like super interesting. And again, especially if some of y'all took part in this, that would be insane to hear about. Yeah, so definitely a very, very cool video. If you guys have any more videos like this, kind of like historical stuff, but like, I guess just like major movements in the beginning or end of these like kind of major engagements or conflicts, that would be really cool to hear about, especially with like some more background information from people who are actually there. There's just a lot of stuff that's even kind of like more recently, especially like the Gulf War, Desert Storm, Desert Shield. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know about. I just know generally when it happened and kind of generally how long it lasted. But I mean, even other stuff like the Falklands War, I've been trying to learn a little bit more about. You know, kind of like Mogadishu, Somalia stuff, I've been trying to learn a little bit more about, but my exposure is pretty limited. It's kind of mostly just hearing stories from either some of my seniors who might have kind of heard it from their seniors, or just kind of seeing movies and maybe some kind of like, you know, news programs or anniversary programs when I was a kid. But my exposure to some of these conflicts from like the 80s, 90s, and even like early 2000s, I don't have a whole lot of exposure or knowledge of certain things, especially if it wasn't the U.S. military doing it. So if you guys have anything to recommend, definitely send it my way, because this stuff is super interesting to check out. And this was just, it just had some really solid footage as well. Just stuff that, I mean, you kind of expect to see in like a video game, but it's just kind of cool to see that this was happening back in 1991, which, I mean, you know, it was happening a lot for sure, but it's kind of cool to be able to like see it after just like hearing about it a couple of times, if that makes sense. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. That is it for this one. I will see y'all in the next one.